Hello, sports movie fans, and welcome to the Locker Room Flicks podcast. I'm Frank Sullivan, and with me is my uncle, Frank Darling. Frank, how we doing today?
Good. Another sunny day, Frank.
Another sunny day in paradise.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We had a nice warm, stretch of heat.
I've seen that. I couldn't believe it.
Yes.
Looks like it's going to cool down.
It'll cool down next week. Yeah, we actually hung outside under our little gazebo thing yesterday, which was nice.
Yeah. That's real good.
Trying to think. I actually bought a new grill, so I had to put that together.
Did you put it together?
Yeah. Wasn't that
There you
bad.
go.
It's easier than I
Good.
thought. They have them already at Home Depot. We went and got it, and they're already pre-made,
Right.
put together.
Put
And,
together, yeah.
Of course, it's big, so you can't
Yep.
really
Yep.
fit it in the back of our SUV as much as we would like to.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So we got that. It's funny too. It's got it's a 4-burner grill, and you'll see when you come. I'll show you. It's got a special section for just like making like the sear marks.
Really?
It's got a
That's
special,
cool.
Like a normal like up and
Yeah.
down grate. It's
Yep.
got like a little zigzag. Not zigzag,
Oh,
but
that's
it's crossed.
cool.
So it's crossed, so you can do like a crazy, nice little sear.
Well, that's
Um,
nice.
And I broke out my smoker. I had to troubleshoot that because the pellets. I wasn't really thinking. I think some of the pellets were wet.
Right.
You just can't use it. So I turned it on the other day, and it lit up. But then I tried to use it. I tried to cook wings on it yesterday,
Right.
and it just it wasn't going up the temperature. And I guess it must have. It wasn't clogged, but it wasn't feeding anything in.
Yep.
So I had to try to undo it. I had to clean it all out, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's an adventure, all that stuff, but you get it done.
well,
yeah.
and you gotta, obviously you gotta clean it and maintain it. The problem is you gotta wait for it to cool down.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And then once you do, you kind of like, I'm gonna say you forget about it, but like I just cooked on the grill yesterday, and I'm gonna cook on it today probably for lunch.
Yep.
So it's like when do you clean it? You once a week, once a month? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's tough too. Living in yourself, living in the East Coast is a little tough too, because there's 2-3 months it's snowing, it's raining. You really don't do nothing with it. I'm not saying you don't go out and cook in the winter. I'm just saying, but
No, you're right. Yeah.
here it's consistent weather, so you can go out there almost any day and clean it or whatever you got to do. So
I know.
that's the only difference here for that kind of stuff. But
Okay. But other than that, yeah, that's about it.
all right.
Let's get it going.
Okay, you ready?
Yep, hit it up.
Okay. The movie we're doing today is Brink, inline skating movie.
With an exclamation point at the end.
With an exclamation point, yes. It was, I'm going to do it a little different today. The release date was August 29th, 1998.
Mm-hmm.
There is no box office info because it was a Disney Channel original movie.
Yep.
The third one, actually. The third one out of they made 2 other ones before this, so that was the third one. So that's it was something new for Disney to do.
Yep.
It's directed by Greg Beeman. Let's see what I have on him. Also, he
got a lot of TV.
He did
I
Smallville. Yeah, Smallville, excellent series, and Heroes. Awards,
Yes.
I did find one award.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Children's Script Award. I don't know what it's about, but it was a nomination. They didn't win, so.
Yep.
But it's starring Aaron Von Detten as Andy Brinker, Sam Horrigan as Val, Christina Vidal as Gabriel, Patrick Levy's as Peter Calhoun, and David Graff from Police Academy as Ralph. As Ralph Brinker. Let's see now. The simple synopsis: Andrew Brinker is a soul skater living one day at a time. After his dad gets laid off, Brink must choose between sticking to his morals and sacrificing his friends to make money from his passion. And this is not a true story, but this is it's a pretty good story about inline skating.
Yeah.
And I watched it on Disney Plus. You also, right?
Same.
Yeah. Let me see. Just before we get to your fun.
There's a lot of I don't know how far we want to get into these, but if I don't know if once you are finished with the movie, you know how it gives you suggestions.
Yes.
there's a bunch of more like sports. Again, I think they're Disney Channel original movies, but I saw like a bowling one.
Oh yeah.
There was a few basketball ones. There was like
Yeah.
a motocross one. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how we kind of keep those maybe
sure.
on the back burner in case we want to kind of like fit in a different one.
I actually watched the movie yesterday, Champions, with Woody Harrelson, and it's about it. It was an excellent movie. It's about these Down syndrome and kids that have disabilities.
Really?
And he goes and teaches them. And it was really good. I loved it. I love that. I love that stuff anyways. But
yeah,
so maybe we'll do that one day. It'd be a good movie to talk about. It's very well done.
Good, cool.
Okay.
Is that you said that's new?
Yes, that's new.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was on, but it's a brand new movie, 2023. Okay, so here we come with the best part of the podcast, Frank's 5 fun facts. And Frank, it's all yours. What do you got for me?
Well, trying to find facts on this was
yes,
somewhat
I understand.
difficult.
It was. Yes, it was.
So
yeah.
you already kind of mentioned my first one. So obviously this is the third Disney Channel original movie, which I thought was interesting because after that they made a ton more.
I didn't know. I had no idea.
The first three. I don't know if you've ever seen the first three.
No.
So I got in '97 came out Under Wraps. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, I never saw it.
It's a Halloween movie.
Oh, okay.
And it's pretty popular as far as like the Halloween kind of, and I think probably because it was like the first Disney Channel original movie.
Right.
You Lucky Dog came out in '98, and then Brink came out.
Wow.
And then also there was another one that same year, Halloween Town. You might have heard of that one.
Yeah, I think I heard of Halloween Town. Yeah.
That's another popular one for like growing up.
Right. But when you said this was on Disney, I didn't realize. I'm just saying, I didn't realize it was on the Disney Channel. It was the third movie made. I had no idea.
Yeah, interesting. All right, so fact number 2: the film is loosely based. I don't know how loosely this is. Loosely based on the novel Hans Brinker, or The Silver Skates, by Mary Mapes Dodge. The book title refers to the beautiful silver skates to be awarded to the winner of a ice skating race Hans Brinker hopes to enter. The novel introduces the sport of Dutch speed skating to Americans in the U.S. media. Hans Brinker is still considered the prototypical speed skater.
Oh wow!
So I guess it's just not ice skating. It's just rollerblading.
Wow, that's wild. So to get it straight, was he an ice skater?
He's an ice, but like a speed skater. Yeah. Ice skater,
okay.
Yeah.
But it's based loosely, like you said on that. I understand. Okay, I got it. I didn't know that. Well, that's pretty.
They
good.
use Brinker. I mean. So,
yeah, I know.
I don't know how well the novel is, but maybe that. Remember you were saying with the children's what did it say? You won an award for children's.
Yeah, children's script. Yeah.
So maybe that's what they're basing it off.
It could be. It could be. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it looks like I briefly looked at it. It looks like a children's novel. So
yeah.
Maybe it's what it's off of.
It could be. Yeah.
All right. So fact number 3. So they did a lot of collaboration. When it came to the kid acting.
Yes. Yes.
I know they would sign some of these kids to like contracts, so like a few year contracts, and they would do only Disney movies or Disney.
Oh,
whatever.
okay, makes sense.
Yeah. So you had Sam Horrigan and Joey Samirin both appeared in '94 film Little Giants.
Yeah, excellent.
Sure, we'll get to that one. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see here. Sam Horrigan and Eric Von Detten previously worked together on the Disney TV remake Escape to Winch Mountain 3 years earlier.
Wow, those are good. That's a good series, Escape to Winch Mountain. Yeah.
I've never seen any of those.
I've seen the first one.
Isn't there a few of them?
Yeah, there's a few of them. Yeah, I seen the original one. I forgot who that's with, but I saw it a long time ago. I mean, with the kids, I think I saw it. But
isn't there Rock in one of them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's been remade, what, 3 times?
I think 3 times. Yeah, I think he was in one of them too. I don't think he was really to anybody at that point, but he was in it. Yeah. Yeah, he was in it. The Rock.
Yep. All right, let's see here. Fact number 4. The movie inspired the 2011 game Brink, which also features rollerblading. Brink is a first-person shooter with a strong focus on parkour-style movement. The game received mixed reviews, but was commercially successful. As of 2012, Brink sold over 2.5 million units and generated about 120 to 140 million dollars in revenue.
Really?
Never played the game. Never heard of it. Yeah.
The game? Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Must have been the timing, though. Yeah, you get the timing with those things.
I think that was a good time because I remember a lot of the skateboard, like the Tony Hawk games.
Oh yeah, the '90s was a big.
That's what I got. That's when I got into all this. It was Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
There was the other one. I think the BMX one with Dave Mirra, I believe it was.
Yeah, all the X games basically. Yeah. That's what they were. Yeah, that's a big. That era there was a lot going on then.
Oh, I know. But and then my last fact isn't really. It's just kind of like a thing in the movie. So it says technically both Val and Brink cheated in the downhill race.
I know. I saw that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, Val's. When he took a swing at Brink, and then Brink went off course through the alley to catch up with him. So
yeah, you kind of missed that when you're watching it. And I watched him do it, and I said, he's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
He's cheating. That was good. Oh, God.
All right. We'll let's get into the movie here.
Okay. All right.
Where do we want to start? You want to start off with?
Well, we might just start out with
the history. You got the history of inline.
Yeah, I got. Well, I try to crunch it a little bit because we'll be here all day.
I know.
No. What I have some stuff here. I got drawing 200,000 spectators because this is about the whole thing, and costing $10 million to host the Extreme Games, which were part of this. Were a commercial success and served to enhance the visibility and legitimacy of skating on 8 wheels. So, and it made money. That's the amazing thing about it. So this was a big thing back then. It really was. I mean, we don't realize it, but it was. It was a big thing.
Yeah.
And it says, for the next few years, there were inline skating events at the X Games, then skateboards or bicycle competitions, like you just said, like the BMX. Inline hit its peak at the youth-oriented tournaments in '98 with 4 categories: vert, triplets, street, and downhill. Once again, all different kinds of. We've seen a lot of them in the show.
Yeah.
The different things that they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's see, one more I got you here. And let me see. Oh, this is interesting too. In 1980, a group of ice hockey players in Minnesota were looking for a way to practice during the summer. This is how this started. Scott and Brennan Olson formed the company Rollerblade Incorporated to sell skates with 4 polyurethane wheels arranged in a straight line on the bottom of a padded boot.
Yeah.
Yep. In 1988, Rollerblades introduced the first, of course I probably don't have the next line, but let me see, the first founded company, owner skating legends Brian Shima, John Julio, and Katu Matu. And supported all the major skate companies, the World Rolling Series, Together, Best Skaters, Event Organizers, Realtors, and Skating Parks Rollerblade. So in other words, these people, if you're listening to this podcast right now and you're into the inline skating, you'll know who all these people are. These are the top skaters back then. But that's what I had on that part. Like I said, you could go into it 100 times, but I figured I got to find something on it because I didn't know much about it. So
I mean, it makes sense too because I mean, if you're a hockey player, I know like Casey's brother was really big on hockey, and I know him and his cousins.
Really?
And they all used to play on the street.
Yeah.
Because you don't have access to an ice rink all the time.
No, you do not. Nope.
So you just throw on the blades, and you already have a stick for the most part, and you just
no,
go
you're
to
right.
town, I guess.
Yeah, I used to play. I played in Waterbury when I was in my how old was I? 20s, late 20s. I played in Waterbury. They used to have a.
Did you now?
Yeah, I did. Well, I don't know how to skate, but I played in Waterbury,
That's right.
And we played under a thing in Waterbury, like a big rink, but it was all plastic, and it was street like a street hockey. But eventually, it turned into rollerblade league. I never did it, but they changed the whole thing to rollerblade league. So in other words, it was hockey on rollerblades, just like you just said.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I was gonna say, I was gonna ask you when the last time you rollerbladed. It was probably a long time ago.
Oh, I've never
rollerblade.
No.
On like the floor? No.
No, I've never learned how to rollerblade. Linda, can you do it? Can you rollerblade?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Never learned as a kid. I tried ice skating when I was a kid with my sisters. Couldn't do it. I don't know. I got good balance. I just couldn't do it.
It's one of those things where
very disappointing for me.
Yeah, I know. Mm. They're cheaper to buy. Number one. So like, let's say if you wanted to if you're looking for some outdoor thing like that. So like a bicycle. I mean,
right.
You get involved with that and the maintenance with that.
Yeah.
Not a lot goes into, but you still got to keep after the bicycle.
Yeah.
Skateboarding is hard. I used to skateboard when I was a kid. I wasn't really that great at it. I would just kind of go from point A to point B.
Yeah.
But I definitely did rollerblade a lot when I was a kid. I'd rollerblade all over the neighborhood. It's easier. I mean, eventually your feet hurt after a while, but yeah, no, it's definitely an easier sport to do.
Yeah, I know Linda does it. Linda can do it. Jonathan can do it. I just never. I don't know. I just
never did, huh?
Yeah, I put him on one time, the rollerblades. I went to Dick's actually, Dick's Sporting Goods, and I put him on. I tied him on, and I was there, and I'm saying, Lynn, this ain't gonna work.
This ain't for me, huh?
No.
I don't know how that place still is in business because I went the other day. I mean, granted, it was a Friday,
right.
But just with online and there's not a soul. Because I worked in the one in the mall.
In the mall, right.
I mean, granted, this is 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, we were slammed on the weekends. Forget about it. Slammed from morning till night, and
I know.
They don't even have it. I'm looking around. I was looking at some of the golf stuff, and I don't see anybody working in the golf area.
No,
it's just
we got one in Florida. It's like a ghost town, but it's still there though.
It's still there, but yeah,
it is. Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's not cheap there either. It's not cheap.
No, you're very true. It's not cheap at all.
So
yeah. Then it had me thinking about. You ever have birthday parties at the roller rinks?
I think I've been to one. I couldn't skate, of course, but I have been to one. I mean, I was really at the roller skating rinks in the old days. Yeah. I went to one, but I couldn't skate. So
I don't think they have those around anymore. I mean, I feel like they really.
They made a little comeback for a little bit. When I lived in Ansonia, but I don't know if they have them anymore. I really don't. But once again, like I said, a lot of things come back. You never know.
Yeah, very true.
But
all right, well,
you want to get over?
That was you gave us a little. You want to go over?
That was. I just figured I'd throw that in because
background thing. There's not much. Yeah. When we want to talk about the cast, I think everyone was as a Disney movie. I think everyone filled the role. I think.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty well done. I kind of enjoyed it. It was like for something different. Good guy, bad guy. The usual thing, but it was. I thought it was well done. Now Eric Von Detten. He was in. Linda saw this. Eric Von Detten was in Princess Diaries.
Oh yeah, he's in a bunch of stuff.
Days of Our Lives. He did like 130 episodes. So he was a soap opera guy, and he does voices for a lot of stuff. So he's.
I don't think he acts anymore though. I think he's like a.
Yeah, I forgot what they said. I should have picked it up.
They had a Skype reunion. I was watching. They had him, some of the other cast. The guys, Sam, Christina, had a lot of the cast kind of like a Skype interview talking about it. It was like a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe you've seen it because I just watched it.
You probably were Googling YouTube and stuff for this movie.
And I guess they showed him skating.
Yeah.
2020 he was skating. In the same place where they did it and did did all the lines.
I know.
So he must be able to rollerblade then. You couldn't get much of that information. Did you try? Who did everything? I know Val. I guess Val was one of the few that did most of his own stunts. So he was a very good rollerblader. That's what I could see.
You can, because you can definitely, some of the shots, you can definitely see his face.
Yeah.
But when it came to the girl, Christina,
they had.
It was just another, I don't know, just a guy, just a learn like Puerto Rico, some sort of Latin star, just like stunt person.
Well, they had Lisa Dempsey, I guess, was a stunt double for her. I just found that out on this. Yeah, so that was, but they didn't give you much information here. I mean,
no, I know. I was.
They really didn't. Too. I was digging and digging. Sam Morgan, though. Patrick Levy.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of TV stuff too.
Yeah. He was in So Weird. Maybe It's Me. Hey, he was a cameo on your favorite show, King of Queens.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was.
I love that show. I could watch that 100 times.
The role of the father, I guess he played that role perfect.
Oh yeah.
What's his
David Graff.
Yes.
As Ralph Brinker. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good, man. I like him. Police Academy.
He played the stereotypical I'm trying to think of the word for him. Father having an issue with everything. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. I know. That was some good scenes with him and his son. That's one of the scenes I put down when he was talking with his son. In the end, there were, he just had a nice talk with him, just trying to see where he's coming from. You know what I mean? So it was nice he was trying to help his father out.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny because he was telling him, I have this opportunity to make money,
right? And
it's doing something I love.
I agree. Yep.
What father wouldn't go ahead, do it?
Yeah.
But he just
I know.
happened to get in trouble for skating.
I know.
So he was like, yeah.
So that's off the table.
And it's funny too because when they had the whole incident with Gabriella happen with her falling.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's the end of him. That's the end of him skating. I was like, he ain't skating no more.
I know.
She got hurt bad.
She went down. I thought she would have got hurt more, but I guess it's a TV show, I guess. But yeah, she went down really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then you had, like I said, like you said, Christina played a nice part. Val played a good bad guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sam Horrigan played a good bad guy in the show. He's good acting, man.
How about the guy Boomer, the Black Ranger?
Oh yeah.
He's a good character.
Oh yeah, he was a good character. Yep, played a nice part in that.
Yeah. His sister's been in a lot of Disney Channel movies.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these people are probably, a lot of these were Disney people, huh? Pretty much.
The majority, yeah.
Yeah, some did Nickelodeon, I think, and so they probably did a lot of stuff. That's what Disney usually does, though. They try to keep their movies pretty safe with the people.
They would just. I feel like Disney they would just cycle through these people.
Exactly.
Here's who we have. We need to fill this role. Let's put this person in.
Yeah. Because if you start going outside, you might pull in some people that have some issues, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I know.
You don't need that when you're doing Disney. So, Disney always has that thing to keep up. So,
what were some of your favorite scenes? Pretty much skating.
Yeah, well, of course, I like the one with Andy and his buddy Peter. Patrick Levis just played Peter Calhoun. He always seemed to give him a second chance, even when he went to the other team. He was one of the few of them that wasn't really too sarcastic with everything. I thought he stood up for Andy in the show. I like that. And one of the great moments in the movies, I'm sure you'll enjoy this. I did the father and son talk, but the milkshake in the face. That was awesome.
I know.
He nailed him in that thing. That was awesome.
Or I had a laugh when they put the worms in a sandwich.
Oh, that's right.
I was like, not for nothing, but I was like, it had me laugh. I was like, who the hell's not going to look a big ass bite of a sandwich and not at least look at what it? He just blindingly takes a giant bite in it.
It was good though. That was a good scene.
What did you like more, the street skating or the half pipe?
I don't know. I like the half pipe because I think you just I think because you really got to know what you're doing there. You're going for points. You're sliding. You're doing this. I think. Well, then again, to the action, you're right. The action parts is when they were going down the railings and jumping off the things. I see a lot of action in it. It really was.
Yeah. No. I like. I think I'm more of a street guy. That's kind of like that where that parkour style movement I think comes from.
Yeah.
I as a kid, I always wanted to just kind of just on the skateboard or just kind of jump up and grind on a rail, but no way. No
you
way.
gotta give whoever was doing all those tricks in there. I mean, really,
No, I
there's
know.
a lot of people doing them. I just don't understand why they didn't put more of the who did these things. But whatever, you got to give them a lot of credit
Because I'm sure they had to be
yeah.
popular inline skaters. No.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. So that's what I thought about it. Anyways, I thought they should have got a little more credit, but I guess that's not. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know how they do that stuff.
Yeah.
Not so great when Andy goes to the X-Blades team. I mean, I know.
Yeah.
He abandoned his friends and Val taking shots at the soul.
I mean,
so
not for nothing.
What are you gonna do? That's gonna happen.
200. They were gonna give him $200 a week.
That's a lot of money. Man.
That's a lot of money for. I mean, forget a high schooler. That's a lot of money just for $200 a week for something he loves doing, plus bonuses and equipment.
Yeah. That was 33 years ago, man.
Sign me up.
Sign me up, Frank.
Sorry, guys, I'm out.
That's like $1,000 now, probably.
Well, and then I'm like, he wanted him to come on the team, and it's like, okay, well, isn't this the whole part? Is like you want to try to get discovered,
right?
But
right.
I guess they're just doing it for fun, and you can bring the whole team. That's what I would have did. I would have took over and then brought everybody in. And you could have changed up the whole vibe of it.
That's right. That's true. Yeah, you could have. Yeah.
What do I know? Let's see here. I got. It bothered me that he didn't buckle his helmet. I don't know. It's just a little note I wrote.
What's that?
He never buckled his bottom of his helmet.
Well,
that's just that cool.
I know. The guy that played Jimmy, he played a good part. He's just the guy Jeffrey Blake that plays Jimmy, the guy that's the run of the X-Blades there.
Yeah,
played a good part. He played the part that he was got to play there. He got to be a little cocky,
He's been in a lot of stuff too. Forrest Gump.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah, I think he plays the boyfriend of Jenny when she's all like.
Oh yeah,
he's been in a lot of things too.
I know. I didn't dig into him too much, but yeah, I know he has Jeffrey Blake. He's a good actor. But he played a good part in that. Remember, a lot of money back then. The sponsorships and stuff. That was a big time back then.
I know.
What else do I got here? I got something here.
I got some of the lingo made me kind of cringe because they were talking like, what do you say? He said he tried to go bio on a 540. I was like, what the hell did that even mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of
slang and lingo.
Yeah. Well, here I got safety, method, mute, express, Japan, rocket, judo, all different. Grab inside of the skate, grab opposite skate. These are all names. Now, once again, if you're an inline skater, you know exactly what I just said. But
I know a little bit because, again, I played the Tony Hawk game a lot.
Right.
So, I know, obviously 540 is just how many rotations.
Right. They got 720s, 900s.
Do you know Tony Hawk was the first to do a 900 on a skateboard?
Really?
Uh-huh.
So a 900 is 2.5 vertical spins.
Yeah.
Front flip, forward spins with knees commonly tucked. Back flipwards. Backwards spin with knees commonly tucked. Oh my God, that's crazy stuff, man.
Well, the one guy he did the 540 inverted, so it's spins but like upside down. Which why it was so hard to do, and the kid Peter nails it at the end.
Yeah, plus you got to remember this sport is this can be very dangerous.
Dangerous, I know. I mean, they're wearing helmets and
I put down here very real in the '90s. Sport became popular, and a lot of sponsors made a lot of money off this sport, and it was very physical, and skaters always wanting to do tricks to compete. And this started the X Games revolution. I'm going to remember, too, a lot of these people. I have some names here. You won't know who they are because I don't know who they are, but they are great skaters. Was Brian Shima, John Julio, Kato Mato. I'm missing a page here. I don't know what happened to it. But Brian Aragon, Jeff Stockwell, Chris Haffey, Frankie Morales. If you look up any of these guys, they're like legends.
Really?
A couple of these guys, they tried some... That skating you were talking about that they had been doing their whole lives.
Yeah.
And a couple of these guys got permanently injured. Not permanently where they got crippled, but they
But enough.
Could not skate
Really?
anymore. Yeah, so it's a very dangerous sport. You got to be very careful doing this. This isn't like any sport. Any sport's dangerous to some extent. So, but can't make too many mistakes in this sport though.
Not when you're going up so high in the air. No,
you're upside down. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Let me see here.
It definitely captures the essence of the sport, though, like you were saying about the realism of the inline skating.
Yeah.
It covered, like you said, the street part and the competition part.
Yep. I got a few like little side notes, I guess, to not really talk about the skating. Just about the movie itself. The famous beach, Venice Beach, I thought was cool location to film it at.
Oh yeah, definitely. Location was
that's like iconic. Tons of movies, and it's an iconic spot. I would love to go
definitely.
there.
Frank, you still think they? I think they do. They probably still do that stuff there.
Oh, absolutely. I
don't know if it's as big as it was, but I'm sure people still do it.
There's definitely it's still there for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't they have like the bodybuilding? Like, isn't there like a gym out there too? I think outside.
Yeah. Well, remember the weather there is like. It's always pretty nice there. So
Yeah.
It's almost like Florida to some extent. A little cooler though.
Actually, I like to kind of look at and write down, like I call it old tech alert. It kind of makes me laugh.
Old tech.
When he's using like the old school calculator to do their finances. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Printing the
thing.
thing.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I thought it was back in the 50s there with that thing.
You would think.
That was funny. I know.
And then like just he's on the phone. They're just tying up the phone line. It just made me laugh. where we've come.
I like that the way you look. You check.
I try to look at the background and kind of see.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we're forgetting no cell phones. People don't realize there's no cell phones until like 2008.
Yeah,
don't realize it's already been about 15 years.
I think when I was in I graduated in 2007. I think I had a cell phone.
Yeah.
That was it. Very basic.
Or 2006. I forgot what it was.
I was laughing because when they were in the cooking class, they threw like all powdered sugar and powdered chocolate all over all over each other. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, home ec, baby.
Yeah, home ec. That's okay.
Economics. Yeah. I like that scene. That was pretty good. It was fun. It was, like you said. You said before.
It's a fun movie.
It's a fun movie, and it's kids. They're just high school kids. That's all, having a good time.
Yeah. I was like, is this what parenthood is like? Worrying about your kids and get suspended.
Oh yeah.
I guess I'll learn.
Hey, you know what I liked about this? The Skull Skater. I never thought about that. When he said it, living one day at a time. They do it because they enjoy it. They don't want to do it for money or. You know what I'm saying? I know. That's pretty cool. You don't think of that stuff when you watch it because I don't know nothing really about it.
For high school students, right?
I know.
I don't know.
It's just a fun thing to do. That's all.
Yeah.
Like playing football after play football after school or whatever you did, basketball, same thing, just for fun. Instead of being so competitive with being on a team or something,
Yep.
But, hey, did you see this too? I don't know if you picked it up. Brie Larson that plays Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
She auditioned.
I did see that
for Katie Brinker's part, the little girl.
Dude,
I can't. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
I saw her in what the hell was I watching? She was in 21 Jump Street, the movie with Jonah Hill and
Was she what? Brie Larson?
Yeah,
really?
She was a high school student. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
I saw it the other day. But
yeah, I just saw that. Like I said, they didn't have a lot on this stuff, but I seen that, I said, "Oh, that's pretty cool."
Trying to think. So let's talk about the final race the downhill race. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it was.
They're going fast. I think they said the top speed was like 42 miles an hour.
Wow, that's what I heard. Yeah, I remember too. I don't know where that was taking place, but there's a lot of hills in California.
Very true. I thought it would have.
What? No, is that part of the competition? It really is? Do you think it is?
I don't know. I mean, I don't see why not.
I know. I'm just saying it must be.
They might have changed it, but
yeah. It looks like really dangerous. That's why the only reason I said that.
Oh, I know.
A lot of sports are dangerous, so I mean, it's not like it's the only one.
Very true.
I just didn't know if that was really part of the competition. It probably was, yeah.
I thought it would have been cool if they had like another relay race with all 4 of them.
Oh, I know.
You know, because they already had that at the school.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else I got. That's really about it. What I have.
Then they had the scoring thing. That was interesting how they do the scoring.
Oh
yeah. I don't know how they do that. I wasn't even paying attention. They must have judges up there doing it, but for the different things that people do. So, and then he fell. That was interesting. He fell in that one. Yeah, it was Van Detten. Yeah, he fell.
In the half. In the vertical.
Yeah, he fell, and he got an 89, and he still managed some way or another to win the thing.
Oh, I know.
That's another story. You gotta love the TV shows, but
yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't understand that part of it. But whatever, I guess it's a total. So
I was glad to hear that the father still has a job because he was on workers' comp.
He was.
That was funny.
Well, did you hear what he said? Makes a good point. Me and Linda understand this part.
Yeah.
He was a foreman.
He was a foreman.
He used to have responsibility. That's one thing you'll find out when you get older, like us. You gotta remember, I had a lot of responsibility where I worked. A lot. Helicopters, all that stuff. Linda did too. You don't have that no more. It's like I said, I don't want it, but it's you sit back and you'll say, wow, I would have done that a different way when I'm at work. But But I don't have that no more. That's you got to understand that's when you retire. It's a little tricky sometimes. It is. Yeah. You're young now, but when you get older, you'll.
Yeah. I definitely
So that took when he said that, me and Linda were both looking at each other. I said, "Yeah, I get it." So, in other words, he had meaning. Being laid off, he's doing nothing now.
He's doing nothing. Yeah.
But,
I know.
But overall, it was very good. I enjoyed it. It was fun to watch. Something different, once again.
Yeah, absolutely. Something different, for sure.
Yeah. And most of the kids in there, like I said, were all high school kids. So it was good. A good young movie. Another good movie by Disney.
All right. You want to rate then?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to go first? Because I'm still kind of there.
Well, you see what it got. It got a 6.9.
Which is pretty high considering some of it. I'm looking at...
I thought so.
At some of the... I mean, it got more than... let's see. Than Space Jam.
I know. It got more than Space Jam? Wow, I didn't know that.
More than Blades of Glory.
Oh, boy.
It's got the same rating as Any Given Sunday. If you want to... It's crazy, right?
Yeah, that is crazy.
But, again, it's a decent movie.
And you got to base it on the movie that it is. It's inline skating. So I think you have to... Sometimes you got to rate it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let me look at this. Go with the acting was good. I mean, these people...
It's a Disney movie. It's
a Disney movie, yeah. Got a 6.9. Oh, this is tough for me. Like I said, I thought that was a little high. I'd go about a 6.7. I know even though it's a Disney movie, it was okay. I mean, it's a BC movie at best. Even though it's an inline skating movie, yeah. The time was good. It was an hour and a half, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Time was good. Any longer would have been brutal.
Too much.
But I give it about a 6.7. I'm going to go under IMDb a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I give it for a rating. 6.7.
6.7.
I thought that was a little high for that. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's nothing special. But
I'm thinking about it. The action, I give it like an 8. Because again, there's a lot of action.
Good.
I actually love. It's different. The story, I'm going to give it like a 6. It's a little predictable.
It is very predictable, yes.
Saw a lot of it coming.
You did.
I don't know, maybe because, and I guess you got to think about for that time, that's what it is.
It
Disney.
is.
The characters, everyone was okay. I give it like a 7.
Yeah.
It kind of averages out to be like a what do I say here? I'm gonna go with just like a flat 7.
There you go.
There's a little, too, is like I said, I got that like nostalgic feel to it because I've seen this movie a ton of times when I was a kid.
There you go.
I didn't even say that's probably a little high, but it is what it is.
But everybody's going to rate it a little different because, like you said, it's your era. You know, if I told you a movie in the '60s that I watched, you know,
Yeah,
you might not enjoy it like I did. So, because I know all the characters and the actors.
You're right. And I played the video games. I played a ton of Tony Hawk growing up.
Yeah,
A ton of it, and the Day Mirror, and if there was a game like this, I probably would have played that too.
Yeah.
I rollerbladed a lot when I was a kid, and that's probably why I like the movie so much.
Exactly. So it's different. That's what's good about me and you, the difference in age. So there's a lot
Yeah.
You get a different look at it.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Poll went up. So we had the Replacements versus Varsity Blues.
Okay.
I voted Varsity Blues. It could have went either way.
Yeah.
Both movies are great.
They are. I've seen both. Yep.
Let's see here. We had a decent amount, actually. Just a decent amount of votes. Well, I think we had close to 30. The Replacements won.
Oh, okay.
So we had 22 for the Replacements, 14 and the Varsity Blues. So it was a close battle.
You had a decent amount of votes.
So we had about almost 40 votes.
Wow, that's good.
So the Replacements is what we'll do. Okay. And that'll be our next movie.
All right. Okay, so Replacements for next week.
Yep.
And then Angel in the Outfield for the four of us.
Who
picked that? They picked that, or who picked that?
Yeah, they kind of picked that. Honestly,
that's fine.
So I had the next poll that I had.
Yeah.
Which actually was baseball. I was gonna do a League of Their Own versus Angels in the Outfield.
Okay.
So that was gonna be the next poll, so it worked out.
Okay.
Because I think I had Angels in the Outfield versus Sandlot. That was the last baseball movie that we did.
Okay, I got it.
So that lost. So we'll do that.
So that got in the loser's bracket. Yeah, got
Correct.
it. Yep, I understand. Yep.
All right. Cool, man. Anything else?
I think that's it. We covered pretty much everything. I mean, like I said, I got into it a little bit to see what this was all about that I didn't know too much about. So
yeah, like I was saying, we're doing these movies.
No, I understand.
On our horizon. So
this is a good time to do these because baseball's just starting.
Yep.
Football hasn't started yet, so you're in a good spot right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a good spot.
All right, sounds good, man.
All right.
Until then, we'll talk later. That's the ball game.
I